Welcome in, everybody. I just want to make sure my headset is connected. Okay, yes, it is. So, listen, I just finished doing it is September 9th, Tuesday, 5:05 p.m. Eastern, and we did a over 4 hour live stream from Jen's channel, also here. So, check out here on my channel for earlier today. We talked about Sebastian Rogers. We talked about poor little Liam King that was found. In fact, Jen pulled up the maps and said he was likely going to be found in a pond. And of course, during the live, he was found deceased, unalive in a pond. Regrettably sad. So prayers for Liam King and his family. And then Layla Santanello's stepmom and dad through the phone were connecting. She was on the stream with Tiffany, I think is her name, was on the stream with um, Jen and I. And I said I would do a reading because I was just getting, my guides were coming in. I was really being guided to tap into the energy. And I don't really know anything about this case. It's not one that I've looked at. So I'm just going to read to you my initial, and then I told them that I would get back to them with my findings and um, get to Jen. So I just tapped in and I did get some findings. And so I'm going to read them here for you. Um, yeah. So she went missing. For those that don't know, Layla Santanello was reported missing June 23rd, 2023. Or I think it's June 23rd. Do I even know that for sure? I'm not even sure. Um, why does that date come into my mind? Hang on a second. Let me see. June 27th. That's what it is. June 27th, 2023. So I first tapped into the energy, and I'm just going to read my phone because I'm still a little zonked. So forgive me because I was in a pretty good meditative state there, and I wanted to compare my channeling, what I got, my channeling to the tarot cards. So I immediately told uh, the parents. Dad was, again, we were on Jen's live stream. I'm so sorry, I'm a little bit out of it. I think it was Tiffany. Is that stepmom's name? So sorry. Hang on. Brittany. I'm sorry, Brittany. Brittany was on the live, and I said I just feel like she's alive and was trafficked. That was just my first intuitive hit. So I went back in, and what I found, let me just small size myself so you can maybe read the screen. I get right away, I get a message that he told me to meet him there where she was last seen, which would have been near the hotel. Uh, One of my earbuds just died, so just making sure you can still hear me. Okay. Um, so yeah, so he was somebody that is known to them said to meet near this hotel. That was she was last seen, and she was told that there was something they had for her. I hear they like two men, I think, is what I said on the live stream. And then a guide comes in. I think it's her mother's mother or grandmother is a guide. It takes a female and mom's family side. I think grandmother of Layla or great grandmother. And she takes over and starts communicating, saying that she got in with the wrong people, that she was a good girl, just troubled and lost, you know what I mean? Like they used her and she used them for money and drugs. Who's them? I ask. And she says, the guys that I'm seeing in the vision. I don't know that she knew a name, but I did hear Jamie. I don't know who that is, but I did hear Jamie. I see a physical fight break out in a field, and then she tries to resist them. I do see they drug her, and I hear that they drug her and put her in a van, a white cargo van, and drive her to a ferry. She says they stripped her down naked and had their way with her the whole way. I think she was SA'd, um, and some female or something was driving. I hear she, like some sarcastic tone, like a woman she was aware of. that took part in this that was driving. They had her hands in long chains, changed in handcuffs to the side of the van, wall boards of the van, and she owed them drug money and was being taken to pay off debts in exchange for sexual favors for them and their friends, and I believe she was trafficked. That's my first hit. That's what I get. I did do some research. I understand there are ferries there that do take routes to known trafficking routes that they are, and I did a little bit of research. The ferries are not close by. I understand that, but I'm going with what I got. Um, and so let's see if the cards now line up with what I saw in what I heard in this channeling. And let's just see, curious to see if the cards line up. Okay, everybody. Thank you for being here. Do all the YouTubey things. So I get, we get that now. So it could mean that she's no longer alive, because I asked if she was where she was now, and I was not able to get an answer. So let's see, where is Layla Santanello? Where is she and what's going on? Where is Layla Santanello? Where is she and what's going on? Okay, so she was heading into some danger at some sort of a celebration and party event, and she went there thinking there was going to be a fun time, and it was dangerous. Let's get this clarifiers on the DEAF card, because I really hope that's not the case. Supplier. Yeah, there you go. Someone, and this is exactly what I said. I heard that she owed money. She owed money. And this was a payback. There was a payback to be made. I don't know, not fired. I don't know if somebody got into trouble because she owed money to them. I feel like there was some sort of a conflict because she owed money. Let's get more on this. Definitely was lured into what she thought was a celebration and was lured into danger. So there's that. I want to get clarifiers, please. Nine of Swords. Very stressed out. She was very stressed out. Somebody was very stressed out. Very stressed out about something. Okay. Left out somewhere, left out in the cold. Someone, I don't know if this is connected, if this is her, or if this caused something else with someone else. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure yet. I got to get clarifiers here. But okay. Let's get clarifiers, please. I want to get clarifiers. I want to start here. Who let her out to this party, to this dangerous situation? Give me clarifiers on that, please, Spirit. Start with that and then move our way over. What was this about? What was this about? Somebody a male energy who had some sort of idea, an inspired idea to feed her a bunch of stories, I would say, a bunch of lies. Let's get some more cards. Let's get some more on that. And that's exactly what I heard. Lured into, yeah, a chance to renew, but this came in reverse. So I really think this was presented as a way for her to pay off some debts, to renew or restore their faith in her, but this was in reverse. Okay. So this might have been passed off as an opportunity, but it wasn't. And that's what I got. Okay. So I want to get one more, please, on this renewal, danger, celebrity, Four of Swords. Four of Swords can be when you are in a meditative trance, non-communicative state. It can be deep meditation. It can be rest. And if it's accompanies the DEA card, can also mean that. But I'm clarifying this, and I just feel like this may be something different. We're not connected, but not her, if that makes sense. That's just what I'm getting right now, but we're going to keep going because we're going to let the cards tell the story and not let me assume too much. Let me move this out of the way. Sorry, everybody. Okay, let's get some more. I want to get more around this danger, renewal, Four of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Something that was promised her financial independence. They promised her an opportunity, financial independence, and that was a lie. That was a lie. Okay, give me more on this supplier and death. Supplier and death. Give me some clarifiers, please, on this supplier and death. Information. What is that? Information. Give me more on this supplier death information. Camel. Camel. Prepare and you will overcome problems. Yeah. Supply, right? Prepare and you will overcome problems. Supply us with something and you can overcome your death. Supply us with something and you can overcome your death. Let's get more. You can avoid being killed. That's what I'm getting. Supply us with something and you can overcome your death. February, I don't know what February is. It just flew out. I don't know what that means. A barrel. Like they had her over a barrel. They had her, over a barrel. Like between a rock and a hard place. And you need to defend yourself. Yeah. I just read it. I saw a physical fight ensue. Okay, so this was you need to supply us with something. I'm also not sure because I just got a quick tap of a mule, like you're gonna drug mule for us, but I think it was more sexual favors. But let's see. Okay, let's get this more on this situation here. Corruption for money. Yeah. Look at the handcuffs. Debts. Look at that. That's what I said. She had debts. She had debts. Yeah, she had debts. And I think she was removed from the neighborhood. She was removed, or she could still be in the state of Tennessee. She could still be in the state of Tennessee. But she had debts concealed in the woods. She had debts to pay. Okay, so let's get more clarifiers on this concealed in the woods. What is this concealed in the woods? Give us more, please. What is this concealed in the woods? She tried to walk away. She tried to walk away and hide, or she tried to get away. She tried to get away from this situation. I don't know. Let's get some more. From this devil. She tried to get away from this. I don't know if this is the drug addiction. Let's get clarifiers on this devil, please. If this is a person or her addiction. Lovers in reverse. This is lovers. So she tried to get away from, I don't know who this is, if there's a male and a female or two people involved in this, in some people that were supplying her. I think the people that she was being supplied drugs to, she definitely, this was flipped over in the deck, which means travel, distance, travel distance. So let's see if that world card comes out again because it flipped over. She tried to get away and walk away from these people with the bad habits, the drug suppliers, I think. Yeah, Knight of Wands in reverse. Young energy, or no, it's upright. Young energy, male energy. Young male energy. Okay, let's get some more on this. I want to get where she is now. Where is Layla now? That's really what matters. Where is Layla now? Let's see. Let's see if I'm going to pull from a different deck here. Let's just get More on Layla Santanello, please. Where is she now? Where is she now? I want to get clarifiers on this death card in a minute. Where is Layla Santanello now? Growth and protection. Dominance. Okay. So she is being, I don't know what this growth is. We need clarifiers on this growth, but she is being protected and dominated over. And what is this growth? I don't think she's dead. I think this is legitimate. You owe us money. You're going to pay us back in this fashion to avoid your death. That's what the cards say. And now it's saying that she is being dominated over, and there's protection in the sense that she's not being protected. She's being kept away from being seen. Let's get some clarifiers on this protection. Let's get this clarifiers. See, and I get attachment, chain, expansion, energetic movement. So is this this makes me feel like as long as she's bringing in income for them, she's going to be stuck in this situation. As long as she's protecting them energetically by protecting them and their business by bringing in fruitful income, she's going to be still attached and dominated over and in this situation. You know, expansion and growth. Look at this. I mean, this, let me just line them up. Okay, growth, expansion. Their business, however she's serving them, is growing and they're making money. And so she's going to continue to be chained up and dominated over and forced into this situation by the snake, by the devil, who is keeping her in place there, not protecting her, but protecting her from us finding her. How's that? Keeping her out of the eyes of the public, protecting her from being seen. Let's get some more clarifiers, please, on Layla Santanello. Hierophant. Yeah, this is legal issues. Look at this. We got the world. We got the world. We got the world. She is she's abroad. She is not in, I think she's abroad. I think she was taken and trafficked abroad. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, I want to get some more ideas on location. How do I get ideas on location here? Location is very hard. I thought I heard something like Switzerland, but I wasn't too sure, so I didn't want to say anything. And I didn't even write it down in my reporting, as you can see. But let's see if we can get location. I did get a vision of her being like in a brothel type situation. I really, really. Okay. Think on your feet. Give us some location. Location, please. Location. Be playful. Think on your feet. Time for a deeper dive. I mean, I'm just, it's not helping with location. I'm just trying to get some clarifiers on what this is supposed to mean. I mean, being playful, I feel like she's drugged a lot, and I don't think she so much hates loyalty. I don't know if she's being brainwashed, but here we go, traveling by water, exploration turned over in the deck. I don't get the feeling she's exactly hating where she's at now. Like, I think she's drugged up a lot. I think she's quite drugged up. And so I think her spirit, I think what they're presenting to me is her spirit. I think they're presenting her energy here, which is that she was very playful. She still is very playful. She's really good about thinking on her feet and very emotionally connected. And that's, I think, her energy. And is she being loyal because she has to be loyal? She tried to get away, but I don't know. I get the feeling she doesn't, I don't want to say doesn't want to come home. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say that, but let me get some more for Layla Santanello. And I want to get location. We're going to get some more location. This one flew right out. House cleaning, listening. Is she always listening by the door? We've got protecting treasure. Yeah, yeah. She's being watched over and listened to by the door through wherever she's being kept in. She's protected treasure. Um, so maybe she's not happy where she's at. She just doesn't have access to get out. That dry desert. They got dry desert. I don't know. And I was picking up like Arizona area, like deserty. Deserty. Okay. Let's get some final. Are we going to get justice? Are we going to find her? What's going on with Layla Santanello, please? What's going on with Layla Santanello? Let's get some final cards about, are we going to find her? Is she going to be, get some justice? Here we got the fire again. I don't know what this fire is. I don't know what this fire is. Legal proceedings and health issues. So, okay. So I'm not sure what the health issues are, but I mean, she could have some mental health issues now that she's being drugged and she's feeling this sense of loyalty to, that syndrome, whatever they call it. That's kind of the energy I was picking up before. But it looks like there might be some new invigorated aspect to this case that will lead to legal proceedings. So that's interesting because I asked, are we going to get justice? Are we going to find her? So that very well may happen. Okay, I'm going to try to just checking the deck to see that nothing else flipped. Let's get a couple more final thoughts for Layla Santanello, please. What's the final outcome? Spirit, con man. There's a con man who's going to get caught. There's a con man that's going to get caught. And yes, this was premeditated. It doesn't necessarily mean she was unalived, but there is a friend and lies that came out. Some sort of friend lied, top secret, red flag. So, yeah, some friend of hers, I don't know, lied to the police, I want to say. So that's something very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, everybody. Thank you for being here. Do all the YouTube things, and we will see you Wednesday. Love and light.